Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the international webinar series on holistic health, well-being, and sustainable development 2024, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 76 years of independence, and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Arts, Sciences, and Well-being. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations. Today, we are commemorating Alexander Graham Bell Day in Canada, which is celebrated on March 7th every year. It was on this day that Bell was granted a patent for transmitting vocal or other sounds telegraphically. On March 10th, Bell made the narrow iconic statement, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you," through a transmitter. His assistant, Thomas Watson, who was in the next room, received the call and heard the voice clearly. Thus, the first telephone call was made in the honor of the day. He was granted the patent. People around the globe celebrate March 7th as the day of innovation and invention. This day is recognized by the official act of legislature in the Nova Scotia, Canada. Alexander Graham Bell was a scientist and inventor who is best known for inventing the telephone. Bell was born on March 3rd, 1847, and all through his life, he was encouraged by the partially deaf mother to pursue scientific study. Bell's father was an influential figure who taught deaf students and fostered communication with the deaf community, something which Bell himself was a great at from a very young age. Bell went on to work with the deaf community throughout his own life and eventually married a deaf woman, just like his father had done. His mother, Eliza Grace Simons, and wife, Mabel Gardiner Hubbard, both lost their hearing due to childhood illness. It was Bell's determination to help deaf people that inspired most of his inventions, including the telephone. He was working on making improvements to the telegraph system when he got the idea to try transmitting speech telegraphically, something that hadn't been done before. This was what led to the telephone. Telephones have become such an important part of our society today, and mainly innovations in communications have been made since then. In addition to the telephone, Bell is also credited with inventing the metal detector and developing the hydrodome, a watercraft that set a world marine speed record in 1990. He was the second selected president of the National Geographic Society. So we celebrate Bell and his many accomplishments on Alexander Graham Bell Day. Alexander Graham Bell was born in Edinburgh, UK in 1847, and Bell marries Mabel Hubbard in 1877, and Bell passes away at the age of 75 in 1922. The Alexander Graham Bell Museum is built on a national historic site dedicated to him in Nova Scotia, Canada, and his daughters donate many artifacts to be put on display. In 1954, Alexander Graham Bell was awarded the first successful patent and so is widely regarded as the inventor of telephone. However, scientists like Antonio Meucci, who received a caveat before Bell received his patent, and Elisha Gray also developed talking telegraph designs. Bell made notable developments in sonic technologies, including the photophone in 1880 and the graphophone in 1886. In an effort to save President James Guard's life in 1881, Bell was also instrumental in developing a new medical technology to find a bullet in President Garfield's torso. This led to the invention of metal detector. The first phone number ever is now written as 1-212-736-5000. According to the hotel's website, Pennsylvania 65000 is New York's oldest continually assigned telephone number and possibly the oldest in the world. So read about his inventions by learning more about sciences and technologies behind the telephone and the cell phone on Alexander Graham Bell Day. Discover his other less popular inventions too. This is a great way to celebrate Alexander Graham Bell Day, especially if you have kids. Don't forget to take lots of photographs by visiting your local telecommunications museum. Every time you call a friend or text someone, send a silent thank you to the bell. Without him, we may never have progressed this far in telecommunications. So the word has a Greek origin. It comes from a Greek words tele, which means far, and phone, which means voice. Bell suggested ahoy using the word hello to answer a telephone call instead in 1887. Thomas Edison suggested using word hello. It was built in 1877, the first permanent telephone wire, and stretched for 3 miles. It took Motorola about 10 years to develop the world's first cell phone, the prototype for the handheld phone. Many countries use 911 for emergencies. The number is used in Aruba, Belize, Guam, Honduras, Canada, Costa Rica, the Philippines, Saudi Arabia, Uruguay, and Peru, among other countries. Alexander Graham Bell was a great man. Long after his death, he continues to inspire people with his life and work. This unofficial holiday celebrates his illustrious life. Alexander Graham Bell Day encourages scientific thinking. It urges us to be innovative and rational in our everyday lives. We cannot imagine life without the telephone. Alexander Graham Bell Day celebrates the invention that changed the course of human history and how we communicate. Today is also commemorated as Name Tag Day in US. On the first Thursday in March, wearing name tags. On this day, people become more human and pay more attention to the people who pass by them or who pass by every day. With over 7 billion people in the world, recently reached 8 billion people, it can be easy to feel alone and small. Name Tag Day allows everyone to be in spotlight a little. On Name Tag Day, you are not a nameless Joe passing by in the neighborhood. Instead, when you pass by, everyone knows your name and connects with you, which is the whole aim of the Name Tag Day. Every year, on the Thursday of Celebrate Your Name Week, Name Tag Day is celebrated. The event began in 1997 when Jerry Hills, a well-known American onomatologist, founded this week. Hills understood the roles names play in our everyday lives and felt that they were not given the attention they deserve. This is why we have Name Tag Day, a day to celebrate names by calling people by the names on their tags. Hills wanted people to meet and connect with each other, learn more families and communities, and have fun while it. The purpose of Names Tag Day is to get people to socialize and connect. A name tag day is a badge or a label that displays the name of the bearer. Hills was inquisitive about names and believed that people should not live with the same environment for years without knowing each other. Calling people by their first names can create a sense of connection, familiarity, and eventually community. A name tag is in itself a type of icebreaker. It serves as an introduction, and people can pick it up from there. The more people are involved in name tag day, the higher chance of creating the true communities. Perhaps if everyone wore name tags, like an episode of the TV series Seinfeld suggested, then we would have better friendships, firmer relationships, and more human people. Maybe this way the world can one day become a true global village. A man in the New York named John Kennedy offers to make engraved discs to help soldiers with identification, but it is turned down by the War Department in 1862. The popular Hello, my name is name tags are introduced by Sea Line Products in 1959. The name tag is introduced as a plastic identification tag for soldiers in 1960. Filmmaker Michael Morgenstern creates a name tag project to experiment with social interaction by sharing 2 lakh name tags in 2013. People generally wear name tags for easy identification. In large organizations, they are used for quick recognition, while in some, they are used to make customers feel more comfortable. For right-handed people, name tags are worn on the right side since most people greet with their right hand, and gaze of the person greeting often follows the hand back to the name tag. Anyone can wear a name tag, from the police to military to waiters, bankers, employees, or politicians. Anyone who wants to be identified easily can wear a name tag. The first step to wear a tag with your name on it. If you want an even better conversation starter, you can design your name tag with creative elements that make people ask questions. You know that guy you pass on the street every day without saying a word. Maybe today you can ask for his name and strike up a conversation with him. You might find out something interesting or make a valuable friend. Using people's names to address them creates a sense of familiarity and friendliness. Call individuals by their first names on name tag, especially service members who have name tags affixed to their uniforms. It might be the beginning of a wonderful relationship. The use of name tags by military can be traced to laundry tags, which were used to identify clothing belonging to different people. Back in 34 AD, the Roman Emperor Nero invented name tags as a form of punishment for offenders, which were originally a punishment. Quite aptly, the phrase name tag comes from the Middle English word tag, which means touch or tap. During the World War I, US Navy officials' tags had a print of the sailor's right index finger on the back. From 1969 to 2015, the Army put soldiers' social security numbers on their dog tags. So imagine living in a neighborhood where everyone knows everyone's name. You'll feel safer and less lonely when you are with people whose names you know. It makes the world a true community. Everyone deserves a feel special, and name tag day is a perfect day to make someone feel like they matter to you. Too many times we feel invisible in a dog eat dog world, that and name tag day can be a day to remind someone that they truly are special and important. The best thing about name tag day is that all the people we meet and the new friends we make. Some great friendships have been formed simply because one person need out someone's name from a name tag. So we get to meet a new. Today is also commemorated as National Be Heard Day in US on the occasion for small business owners and aspiring owners to make their voices heard. This day celebrates small businesses and encourages them to stand up for themselves and their ideas and lay claim to their share of the market. So use National Be Heard Day as your excuse to draft out business plan, write the communication strategy, and set the groundwork to get your big ideas heard around the world. The observance of National Small Business Week begins in 1960s. The Ghostbusters became the quintessential small business in 1984. Shannon Cherry creates National Be Heard Day for small business to get noticed in 2004. As consumers become more aware of the ethical business practices, support for small business significantly increases in 2019. So make your presence known. Do one thing today to make your voice heard. Maybe it's sharing a business idea with a friend, writing a letter to the editor of local newspaper, writing a blog, or even writing a tweet. There are so many ways to connect with people online and in person. And National Be Heard Day is a great reason to start. Your success as an entrepreneur and business owner starts with your own personal growth. Do one thing today that will help in your own personal development. Some suggestions: write a list of goals, read a book about self improvement, or scheduling a meeting with a mentor or person. If you feel that you admire small steps today, you can set you on the path for success tomorrow. National Be Heard Day is a perfect time to craft your refined, pitchy story or idea in order to communicate your ideas effectively. If you have already have a business but think you could tell your story better, try writing or narrative or reach out to communications professionals to help you tell and promote your story. Without talking about ourselves, it's biological. Ever notice how good you feel after talking about yourself with a friend or complaining to your mom about how hard your day was? Researchers have found that certain parts of the human brain are more active when we talk about ourselves. The number one fear in America isn't death and it isn't spiders, it's public speaking. How ironic that we love talking about ourselves but hate doing in front of crowds. A big part of embracing being heard in finding the solution to the disconnect. Can you practice speaking in front of a mirror or join a speaking club? What if you challenge yourself to make an announcement during your next big meeting? We are natural storytellers. Everyone is a storyteller, and everyone has a story worth sharing. Humans have been telling stories since beginning of recorded history and even before. It's one of the things that makes us distinctively humans. It's only natural we should want to add our own stories to this great tapestry of stories. And we should want as many people to know our stories as possible in the human way. Today is also commemorated as National Cereal Day in US. So there isn't a person alive who doesn't know a bowl of cereal, a spoon, some milk, Jack said, lactate, almond, or soy milk or all counts equals a part in your mouth. Fiber, sugar, raisins, or even Lucky Charms, the flavors and prices each box holds are limitless and can add to any humdrum morning. So let's snap, knackle, crackle, and pop through all the reasons why National Cereal Day on March 7th should be in your day planner and on your menu. Cereal was invented by accident. John Harvey Kellogg and Will Kate Kellogg were experimenting with boiled wheat as brothers do. They left a batch out overnight and returned to find it stale. They tried the same process with corn and created what we know today as Kellogg Corn Flakes. In 1877, Ranger Joe Pope wheat honey showed up in grocery stores, on radio and TV ads, and show kids like sugar and cereal didn't have to be healthy. Sweet cereal was born in 1939. Fancier cereal mixes like Lucky Charms hit the market with fruit, marshmallows, and other sweet bits mixed in 1964. Mr. T. Cereals was the first licensed ready-to-eat cereal manufactured and marketed by the Quaker Oats Company in 1984. So be sensible and start with some fiber. One, for lunch, leave a little and have a more robust Lucky Charms. They are magically delicious. When dinner rolls around, go a little crazy and mix regular cornflakes with some frosted ones and follow up with a Rice Krispie treat for dessert. There are quite possibly over 100 cereals to choose from. And if you want to expand your breakfast horizons, why not pick one you never had before, like cranberry, almond crunch, or grape nuts, or even Kellogg's Honey Smacks, which is nearly 56% sugar by weight. And good thing, National Dentist Day is also on March 6th to prepare for the crunchy, sugary festivities by March 7th. Whether it is to co-workers, friends, or any mailman or Jehovah's Witness that come to your door, hand them a small box of cereal to commemorate the occasion. If you are more of do-it-yourself type of person, get some Ziploc bags and fill them with a potpourri of your favorite cereal. Cereal is for everyone, everywhere. It is a staple crop and its grains are grown in greater quantities and provide more food energy worldwide than any other type of crop. In 1909, the funny Jungle Land Moving Pictures book came with the purchase of 2 packages of cornflakes. The first prize was a book. The word cereal is derived from Ceres, the Roman goddesses of harvest and agriculture. Astronauts ate Kellogg's cornflakes aboard Apollo 1, which was the first moon landing. Cereal has been to the moon. Using an army cannon converted into a pressure cooker, Quaker Oats developed a method called gun puffing in order to create puffed cereals. It's explosively delicious. So it's not just for the breakfast, lunch, an afternoon snack, dinner, a middle of the night treat, or if you get all fancy with it, a delicious dessert. It's one of the few foods where there's no judgment on when you eat it. And with such a wide range of flavors and creative recipes, it's like the Mad Libs ingredient that you can fill in to create on any time of the day meal. We can't all make turducken, not that we all necessarily want to, but when you put together a bowl of cereal, you get the opportunity to put on a chef's hat, especially if one is included in the box. You get to work out just the right cereal to milk ratio and add fruits or nuts, feeling like the Julie Child of cinnamon toast crunch, all without risking burning down your kitchen. Are you more of a token Sam or a Captain Crunch? Do you have the same adversarial relationship with the kids as Pricks the Rabbit, or is your outlook on life as positive as Tony the Tiger? There are so many personas you can try on each time you pour yourself a bowl to set the tone of the day. Today is also commemorated as National Flapjack Day in US. Celebrates the sturdy and wholesome cereal cakes that we have been having for breakfast since eons ago. They have been a staple breakfast for millions of Americans who eat them to fuel their daily toils. Grandmas have developed recipes and handed over down generations to bring smiles to children and adults in families. Be it the farmer or the office going executive, flapjacks have filled people with nutrients and energy to tackle the day ahead, making it the best way to start a day. A flapjack can be made of muesli, oats, or other cereals. It is usually available in a flat, round shape, but it is also famous as rectangular bars. The shape varies according to location and tradition. Flapjacks are baked from a wheat or corn flour batter, cooked in a flat skillet, and cut into square circles or rectangles. They are eaten with whipped cream, honey, or maple syrup. New recipes allow you to add pecan, pecans, walnuts, and even cut fruit slices such as thick sliced bananas and so on. The name originated in 1600s in England with the flap in flapjack referring to the flipping of the pancake to bake both sides uniform. Apart from historical records, even archaeological evidence suggests that the breakfast cakes were consumed even in prehistoric age. They are likely to be the first and most consumed breakfast cereal. The popular snack is addressed differently in various places. It is called the granola bar in North America and pancake in some parts of England. Some people also call it hot cakes, especially when they are served in stacks with ingredients such as whipped cream and butter layered in between. Some people also prefer to call it griddle cake as it is popularly cooked on an oiled griddle. Flapjacks taste the best with a hot cup of coffee and are popular with both city and town dwellers as the fuel for a work day. Since 2020, the United States has observed the National Flapjack Day on March 7th to celebrate the lovely breakfast cake that has satiated mankind for ages. Today is also commemorated as National Hospitalist Day in US to recognize the contributions of thousands of hospitalists nationwide. This day seeks to encourage us to celebrate the individuals that make the hospital medicine community. The people that practice hospital medicine are known as hospitalists. They have been and continue to a critical part of the nation's. The people that practice hospital medicine are known as hospitalists. They have been and continue to be the critical part of the nation's healthcare service delivery. Hospitalists are known for their compassion and care towards patients, and they should be celebrated for their continued excellence in their field. If you are inspired to join the noble profession, here are the official founders of the National Hospitalist Day, hospitalists, physicians, and other caregivers who practice hospital medicine form part of the members of the Society of Hospital Medicine, which was founded in 1997. The Society of Hospital Medicine uses education, research, and advocacy as the methods of encouraging excellent healthcare for hospitalized patients. They promote quality care by keeping hospitals up to date with education and industry specific. In recent times, hospitals consist of nurse practitioners, physicians, and assistants, as well as practice administrators, specialists dealing with family, pediatric, and internal medicines, and any individual who is dedicated to improving healthcare delivery may also be called hospitalists. The national holiday aims to appreciate and recognize the increasing figure of dedicated hospitalists in the country. A doctor simply attends to the medical needs a patient requires, while a hospitalist is a doctor that attends to the medical needs while making patient care a top priority. Both doctors and hospitalists undergo the same primary training but with different top priorities. So, one way to observe National Hospitalist Day as a patient is to send a thank you note to the hospitalist. You may also subscribe to the Society of Hospital Medicine. Read Society of Hospital Medicine's magazine, appreciate a hospitalist, spread awareness on social media. Hospitalists sometimes serve as leadership coaches, often provide leadership education to clinicians who are new to leadership role. Patients love them regardless of, patient experience is fundamental to high quality care and hospitalists' job is to improve it. There's a national database of hospitalists and hospital in medical medicine programs. And the Hospitalist is a monthly news magazine that is helpful for hospitalists to stay updated with the latest industry. The Joint Commission and the National Quality Forum awarded John M. Eisenberg Award to the Society of Hospital Medicine for their innovation in patient safety and quality. It takes a lot of dedication to provide patients with superior care. Hospital medicine professionals strive for the goal every day, and it is only fair to have a day specially dedicated for them to take pride in their work and share how they are making a difference in the lives of patients. And this day also aims to encourage use to celebrate the individuals and teams that make up the hospital medicine community, who are typically tasked with uh, making our continuous care a priority. This day is as much for them as it is for us. It promotes the Society of Hospital Medicine, founded in 1997. The Society of Hospital Medicine was originally known as a National Association of Inpatient Physicians. Its goals include promoting high quality care, for hospitalized patients, advancing education and research in hospital medicine, amongst others. So, National Hospitalist Day serves as a way to promote the society of hospital medicine session. Today is also commemorated as Plant Power Day in US to raise awareness about the benefits of sustainable eating and encourage everyone to embrace plant-based diets. Did you know the Plant Power Day was launched? And this day raises awareness about the benefits of sustainable eating and encourage everyone to embrace plant-based diets. Plant Power Day was also launched by Alpro and Boast. Plant-based diets have different meaning depending on the individual. A plant-based diet may be entirely vegan, no animal-derived products consisting mainly of plant foods, or is made up of whole plant foods that are minimally processed. While a plant-based diet has an option for many people for many ages, it's not until recently that it gained mainstream attention with people embracing it as a lifestyle. Finally, today, the last commemoration of the day is Soft Monkey Day, is commemorated on March 7th in Canada and the United States. A stuffed monkey fashioned out of socks in the shape of a monkey is known as a Sock Monday. In the US and Canada, these stuffed toys are a blend of folk art and silliness. Brown and white sock monkeys have exceptionally long limbs, long tails, and vibrant red lips. Additional decoration on the animal's head and limb around its neck is possible. The figure has been ingrained in popular culture, appearing in comic books and art pieces. The most likely forerunners who were responsible for the sack or sock monkey date are the Victorians. The demand for replica stuffed animals spread through Europe to North America and collided with the developing arts and crafts movement. As the stories of Scramble for Africa raised the public knowledge of exotic animals, crafts started sewing up stuffed toys for children. Stuffed monkeys eventually became a regular feature in many American nurseries. The original sock Monday, the original sock monkey is thought to have been created from Rockford red heel socks during the Depression of 1930s. Disputing claims suggest that the 1950 is a more accurate guess. Several reporters did claim that a woman named Helen Cook got a patent for sock monkeys in 1950. In 1869, John Nelson got a patent for a soft knitting machines and foreign. The Nelson knitting contemporary in 1890, the road heel socks were introduced and they were seriously known, mostly worn by factory employees and had general rules, height and care. Being big admirers of this stuffed toys, the mill began providing the sock monkey guides with pairs of redhead socks on the sale. For the following few decades, the dead heel stock mercury was quite. So with this, we shall end the commemorations of the day. Thank you everyone for joining us. So see you all tomorrow, the same time with the same link for the International Women's Day celebrations. Before leaving, we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form